What's up, Raider Nation? It's 1:45 a.m. on the East Coast. I'm bored, so I figured I'd pop on. See what type of trouble we can get in. So see who joins the chat, who's up for chit-chatting, talking, maybe even put the link in, have people come in if they want, see what's going on out there. All I know is I'm bored. I just felt like doing something tonight. Just figured I'd hop on for a while and see who shows up, who wants to talk Raiders football, who wants to talk about anything and everything that's out there right now. Who cares? We'll talk about whatever. What's up, Ryan? What's going on, brother? You know, I was just saying before you joined, you're the only one in here right now, brother. It's like it's 1:45 in the morning on the East Coast. So I'm kind of bored. I just felt like getting on, chop it up with some people. Oh, what's up, Anthony? My popcorn. Yeah, how'd you guys make out, man? I know I remember you talking about it last night. You were all pumped for today. What's up, Jess? Chewy? What's going on? What's going on? Just trying to get comfortable here. What's up, Frank? So what I was just saying is I just figured I'd hop on to fucking A, just whacked my elbow. Chat it up with you guys, see who joins. Talk about Raiders, talk about the fucking weather, talk about the first game of the season. Not the preseason, the actual season here in New England. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait for that game. So we got Ryan here. We got Chewy here. We got Anthony here. We got Frank here. We got other people in the chat, but just haven't said anything yet. So let's see. Let me do this. Hey, Jess, you want to come on? I'll give you the link, man. I'll send it to you in Discord. We'll do it right now. It's a different link from past ones I've sent you, so it's not the same one. Can't wait to whoop McDaniel. Yeah, man. Pete is going to put him in his place. What's up, Panda? Yeah, dude. We did our show tonight, myself, Chris, and Jason, and started off by playing the clip of the little quick interview they did with Pete Carroll after the game. Man, even after the game and him out there on the field running around and everything, man, he's like a ball of energy, that guy, man. It's Jesus Christ. Anxiety is high in Raider land. Yeah, it is. What's up, we the people? What's going on, brother? So, Chewy, I sent you the link if you want to come in. So, what's everybody's main concern with the team right now? Thanks, man. That was a blast tonight. I'm telling you, adding Jason to that show on Saturday nights was such a smart move on Chris and my part. I couldn't ask for a better person to add on to make it, three of us on there. That was a lot of fun tonight. We had really good conversation about the whole Micah Parson thing. That was a pretty good talk we had going there. That we talked more about him than we did about Raiders tonight. That took up such a chunk of the show. It was insane. How do you feel about Tom being around instead of just being an owner who never shows face? Dude, I think it's awesome. I really do. You can see the reaction of the players, getting to interact with him. I mean, first and foremost, he's a former NFL quarterback. Obviously, I hate to say it, and I know all of us as Raider fans hate saying it. Best quarterback to ever play the game. There's no two ways about it. I mean, the guy owns every possible stat you can think of. He's won the most Super Bowls out of any person that's ever walked the face of this earth. You know, so it's just like I think it's a great thing when he just interacts with the players like that. And to see him talking to the rookies too, that's another big thing. Sometimes you wouldn't see that, from an owner. Al Davis would do that, but I think it's a great thing. All right, so I just got back from Newport, Oregon for work and broke ground for my company and city. I should be on their website with a picture of me and my Raiders vest and hard hat, too. That's awesome. Yeah, Frank, he is, man. The guy knows so much and retains all that information. I can't remember what I did 20 minutes ago, and he'll remember stuff that I even forgot. Stuff that we both witnessed as kids growing up watching this team. You can't retain everything. I'm a little worried about that safety position with Lonnie going down. If Chin is supposed to play that slot, is that JT Woods slot now? Who knows, man? I don't even know how bad the injury is. So yeah, let me do my quick promo here. This guy runs on Duncan. I didn't do it earlier. Yeah, I don't know. I know they said it's a lower leg extremity when they asked Pete Carroll that, so I don't know what it is. It could be a broken bone. Could it be a high ankle sprain? And we all know how long those goddamn things take to heal. Could it be Achilles? I mean, it could be just about anything. When they just say lower leg extremity and it looks serious, it's a crapshoot at that point. Like what are the odds that it's this? The odds that it's that? Until they come out and they do MRIs, CAT scans, and X-rays and all that other bullshit, they're not gonna know. I'm still worried about that. I am too. I really am. Which is why during our show earlier tonight, we were talking about, the possibility of if we were to make a trade for like a Micah Parsons. And Gravy said the same thing in the chat, that it would make us feel better about the secondary because we'd have such a lethal pass rush that the secondary is not going to get as much action, basically, because that defensive front is just going to crash them. What's up, Mike? What's going on, brother? Mike Haynes and Patsy, but we all loved him when he. Of course, we did, because the guy was phenomenal with us. I mean, you had a lethal combination back there with him and Lester Hayes at the same time in that secondary. Dude, that secondary with those two is unbelievable. What's up, Bueno? What's going on? Yeah, ankle or Achilles? Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm curious to see what it's going to be. Should be worried Jacorian not starting. Again, I mean, everything's going to remain to be seen now. I'm pissed Bennett earned a spot as a starter. We'll see what happens Thursday. When they put that out there, when they put the team out on the field and who's able to get out there and who's playing what spot and all that other crap. I mean, again, it's preseason, so you're not going to see the true number ones out there on offense or on defense. You're going to see a mismatch of players playing at the same time out there. The true sign will be week one when we're here in New England playing the idiots up the road, with the pointy hats. As far as what's out there on the field, have they even updated the? Let me see. Now the depth chart's still reflecting as of July 28th, so they haven't even updated it yet on our lads. Let's see. What did Bueno say? Pete will bring out all the potential. We'll bring out all the potential out of cornerbacks, whether that means we need to draft a stud next year or not. And don't forget, you got Jamal Adams that's going to be playing linebacker, or like a a hybrid, so they could put him back in the secondary and stop that whole let's put him up in the second level at the linebacker slot. Like I said, I don't know enough about the corners and everything. I'm not proficient in that side of the defensive stuff. I'm more of like in the trench guy. I'm big on the offensive lineman and the front line on the defense. So I don't know who would be best in that secondary. I wouldn't want to bullshit you with the dumbass answer. What's up, Boston fan? What's going on, man? Give you a shout out my last live, Jeff. Thanks for getting me going. YouTube, bro, I'm having a blast. Yeah, dude, you look like you're doing good. Your numbers are starting to creep up now. I think the other thing that helps you too is you got a good show you're on there with Chris and Jason too. Now the three of you guys are really good on that show together too. I like that one. But I appreciate the shout out, man. Thank you. Appreciate that big time. See, I'm not worried about anything else but our trenches. We live and die by their progress. Exactly. Dude, I never, what it is? I think what's happened with me is because I do so many shows with the guys on the West Coast, and we start so late that, I've been at this now for almost a year. August 12th will be a full year that since I made this channel. And I do so many late shows that by the time we're done, it's already like, sometimes, especially when Chris and I would do the late Friday night shows, it'll be like 3-4 o'clock my time by the time we're done. So my body, I think, is geared on West Coast time now, which is kind of odd. Let's put it this way: if I would have flown to California, I probably wouldn't have jet lag. That's how I think my body's adjusted. So I don't start getting tired until like 3 o'clock, almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and then I'll sleep till like 10. And then I'll eat something and I'll fall back to sleep again for a couple more hours. So, no problem, brother. You know what? I will put it in here. Let's see if I'm putting the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come on in, feel free. Do you think Cam Miller takes the backup role over Aiden? I don't know, and that's why, like, one of the things we were talking about on our show tonight was, Jason was saying, like, do you really want to give up a first round pick for Micah, because we need to come up with a new quarterback for the future, but I'm like, do we really though? I mean, we've got Geno for 3 years. AOC's in there as the backup. We don't even know what we got with Cam Miller right now. It's still too early to even give a take on how good this kid possibly could be, because right now all we're seeing is just practice stuff. Going up against his own team, whether it be first string, second string. So you don't even know how good this kid could be at an NFL level. We'll find out in preseason, because I'm sure he's going to get a lot of playing time, because they really need to evaluate him. Is this a kid they want to keep as the number 3 and potentially move him up the roster spots? Or is it just going to be too much of a project and we're going to move on? Don't forget, this is the one guy that Tom Brady supposedly really wanted to draft, was Cam Miller. So I don't think they're going to cut him loose anytime soon. Like they're not going to give up on this kid. I think they're going to try and do anything they can to keep him around, basically, and possibly groom him to be the number 2 guy. Maybe even more than that. That's a good possibility. So who knows what's going to happen with him? Yeah, I saw this strip sack. Dude, it's like the offensive line just like vanished in the middle of that, because all I saw was black jerseys all around him. I know Leo and Jay and Nate were busting my balls in the connection chat that we have. They're like, oh, AOC look like shit. Then I watched it and I'm like, dude, that offensive line didn't even fucking block for him. I mean, like I said, all I saw was black jerseys around Aiden O'Connell. So I mean, he was still trying to get rid of the ball as he was throwing it. Crosby just took it right out of his hands. There ain't nothing a quarterback can. I don't care what quarterback was back there. They were giving up that ball no matter what. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. If we threw interceptions like crazy, okay, that's an issue, But something like that, a strip sack, to blame the quarterback for that one, that's kind of, I don't know. I think that's kind of bogus. If you get a chance to get Parsons, we get Parsons. You kidding me? Yeah. I mean, why would you not want that kid? What's up, Matt? What's going on? What's up, my opinion? Ken Miller definitely has the mobility, but ALC 12 has the experience. And QB's greatest weapon is experience. You're absolutely right. And Cam Miller does have the mobility. I mean, this kid he's quick. He can move around in the pocket. He can avoid things. Plus he's he's a few years younger than AOC 12. And let's face it, AOC 12 is not the most fleetest of feet, So I like Cam Miller. So until we see more of him in like game time situations, not against our own team, then we'll have a better assessment as to how good he is. Yeah, Trey Lance actually didn't look that bad the other night. Preseason MVP, yeah, probably. Send me the link and I'll join if you want. Yeah, let me give it to you on Insta. You got it, Mike. Just sent you. What's up, Rita Paul? Our O-line will dictate how good Ashton and Gino will be. Oh, definitely. And that's why people in that panic mode because JPJ hasn't been playing at center and they've been trying him out at God and everything. And we talked about this the other night too. We talked about Friday night actually. We didn't even bring it up tonight because we've got on the Micah Parsons thing and that just took over the show tonight. Some people are in a panic because he's not practicing at center. You got to remember this regime that's in here. What's up, Mike?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Jeff?
Good, and you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing really good, man. I had a good day,
Good.
so I'm happy.
With this regime, they've never seen these players, so they have to evaluate all this different talent, whether it be offensive line, wide receivers, the running back room, everything. So Pete Carroll and his coordinators are going to put the best product out on the field that's going to help them win. And if they think that it's better to put him at guard instead of center, then so be it. If they've got visions of running plays where they've got the pulling guard and the pulling tackle, and they want JPJ and Glaze doing it, because at guard, JPJ can be more of a mauler than he would be at center. So that's the benefit of him playing guard, because we all know that he's super aggressive. He's been taught to by refs to not be so aggressive. So it's evident that he's that type of player. He's got that mental switch where he can be the nicest guy in the world, but the second he straps that chin strap on, that's it. He's a different person. And I like guys like that. We need guys like that.
Yeah, I think he's our best offensive lineman. Is JPJ, and I was really against him going to center, but or not going to center. But I see what you're saying about pulling guard because that guy will hit somebody, then he'll go find somebody else and hit him.
Yeah. Mike, you'll remember this more than anybody else that's in the chat. That's for sure. It's almost like they're trying to think of recreating like Highway 63. Anybody that doesn't know what Highway 63 is, that's Gene Upshaw and Art Shell when they used to pull. When they would pull both of them and be the lead blockers in front of the running back, our running back barely ever got touched, man. And they were off to the races,
Yeah.
So it's a different setup with this team now this year. You've got an offensive coordinator that can scheme things. We didn't have that last year. We didn't have that with Getsy, and we didn't have that with the Turner twins, with the father and son team. We didn't have that. You didn't have that super creativity. You're going to get that with Chip Kelly, which is why I'm so excited. Cynthia out there looking like a bowling pin. Let's go. My thing is Jerry is going to ask for the Farm Plus players. He'd be like Danny Ainge of the NFL. And I'm fine with giving up draft picks and players, to be honest with you. If they like for Parsons, I don't see a problem with a first rounder, a second rounder, and if they want Kuntz, they can have Kuntz, because guess what? We won't need Kuntz if you get Parsons. You put him in his place instead, and we're rolling, man. Who are you going to double team, Max or him? You got to make a decision. If you're going to double team somebody, you better figure it out pretty quick, And I made the comment that I think Parsons is superior to Max, and I proved it when we looked at the numbers. Parsons been in the league 4 years. He's 5 sacks behind Max, and Max been in the league 7 years. He's tied with Max for QB pressures. Now, keep in mind, that's 330 QB pressures, okay? That's in 4 years. Max done that in 7. He's actually ahead of him. What was that stat? Shit. I forget what it was. There was another stat that he's actually ahead of him on. So what he's done in 4 years, he's almost matched Max in total sacks in those 4 years. So
yeah, it's go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go.
And I know you said it in your earlier show too. I was watching that one earlier, and you said pick your poison. You going to double team Max or you going to double team Parsons, and pick your poison type of thing. And you can't double team them both, or Butler and whoever's going to be playing the other tackle, the other tackle spot. It's going to be open season, and that's going to help out our cornerback room too. So, we
heard
really
him went up to like 338 in the weight.
Yeah,
plumped up.
Yeah, it's a ballpark frame.
Matt, that's exactly what I was saying. And people weren't understanding that the other night. They were just in the chat. They were just all like, "Oh, you should be playing center." I'm like, you got a guy that's that versatile. Try him at other spots. If he fits better in that spot and it's best for the team, you can remember, it's not what the player is good at or what the player likes to play. It's what's best for the team. If what's best for the team is to move him to guard, then guess what? They're going to move him to guard, whether he's going to like it or not. But he's the type of kid that I think will play there no matter what. He'll do whatever they want to do because he knows it's going to hopefully result in wins. But yeah, they're definitely going to try and put the best 5 guys out there on the offensive line. What 5 works best for what they want to do?
That's the key right there, Jeff. Is like they're trying all these different players out of different positions, and it's all over the team. It's not just our offensive line, and they're trying to they're being smart about it. They're trying to, and I think it's all about putting the best 5 on the field at the same time.
Yep. Yeah, you're right, Frank. He could have wore Montana's number, but he wore the Snake's number. He went, instead of going 16, he went with 12. Yeah, 335. I knew it was like in the 330s. I thought it was 338, but 335. Yeah. So Parham put some junk in the trunk. What's up, Jarada? Oh, he did. He started following Genty on Instagram, which, I mean, I get it. Players will follow players. But is there a hidden meaning? Somebody in the chat tonight said that his agent is the same as Wilkins' agent. And it's also the same one that Max Crosby has. And I think they said Kuntz. I think it was Kuntz. They all have that same agent. So, does Max have a direct path to talk to him and, but not do like the tampering bullshit? But I think we could probably score him. Who the hell would want to turn that down? Why would you turn that down?
I don't
want Terry. I'll tell you right now, I don't want McLaurin.
Yeah, I don't want Terry McLaurin. I'd rather see him get Micah, give him a first and second, like you said, and also give him Koontz. And I think that's a pretty good deal. And Jerry Jones is an idiot, so who knows what
Yeah.
he'll take.
Yeah, I agree, Jess, too. With another coaching staff, I would be worried about all the players and switches we have made. But with Pete, I truly trust what he is doing. Oh, 100%. I'm totally up for what he's doing. You know? What's up, Rafa? What's going on?
El Capitan.
So I figured I'd come on late tonight. I'm sitting here. I was kind of bored. I just finished playing PUBG, and I'm like, you know what? There's no one on. I'm like, my daughter and her husband, they went up to Maine for the weekend. So I don't have to worry about putting my headphones on and everything because they live upstairs. And where I am, I can be a little loud at night. That's why sometimes, or the chat, so people talking. So I'll, instead of it playing through the speaker of the laptop, I'll put my headphones on. I figured, fuck it, I'll get on. The wife's down the other end of the house sleeping, so she can't even hear me right now. So I figured, fuck it, I'll go on and just chat it up with people. Plus, it's
Yeah.
only, what time is it out there? 11 o'clock.
11:13. Yeah.
You know, so it's still fairly early for you guys. Everybody's just probably getting home for the night and everything.
Yeah. I was glad when I saw your show pop. I was like, going, now I'm bored. I got off my other show earlier. I'm like, I'm bored. And I saw your show pop up. I'm like, hell yeah. I'll go to Jeff's channel and watch his show. And you were kind enough to send me the stream. Yeah, I tried to use the link in the chat and I
Yeah, it
couldn't.
doesn't work. When I do it in the vertical, the link doesn't work. Right, I have to send
Oh,
it on
okay.
Instagram to
So it
people.
wasn't just
If
me
it's
then.
Jack Kenner, I gotta copy and paste and throw it in an email to him. And
Send it by carrier pigeon.
oh my god, fucking send it by fucking Morse code. I wouldn't mind Terry or I don't want Terry McLaurin. I think we're going to be fine with the wide receivers we have. I really do. You know,
Absolutely.
everybody keeps looking at, well, we need more wide. We need a true number one wide receiver. Your number one passing option is Brock Bowers, plain and simple. Yeah, he's not a wide receiver; he's a tight end, but he's still the number one passing option on the team. He's your
Yeah.
first look. He should always be the first look. You know.
Yeah. And Gino even said, I hate it when I don't throw it to Brock Bowers. Gino said that himself. He likes him so much. He's like, man, just want to throw it to Brock Bowers all the time. But
Yeah, why not?
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I don't like Terry's attitude. Micah Parson doesn't have a bad attitude. The guy's still showing
no,
up to training camp, even though he wants out of there in the worst way. You
yeah,
know,
and he wants to be a Raider too. He's already said
that's
that.
the rumor. Whether he really said that or not, if he said it, that's awesome.
Oh, that's
But
a
we
rumor.
still
I
got to
thought.
work something out.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah, give him a first, second, and Coons. I'll be happy
yep.
because you're not going to pick up a player like that in the draft. You know, at first or second. It's Michael Parsons, for Christ's sake.
Yeah, I mean, you talk about generational talent all the time and everything. Everybody always says that. That guy's a defensive generational talent at his
Yeah.
position. There's no two ways about it, you know. And now you
We-
put him with somebody else that's just as good as him, basically, in Max. Get out of here. You serious?
Yeah.
If you think you're going
Yeah.
to get the same production from Kuntz that you're going to get from Micah Parsons, you're smoking crack. You
Yeah.
know, you still don't know how Kuntz is going to come back from that injury. You know,
Right.
you know what you're getting with Micah Parsons. You know what he's done in those 4 years. You know, you
Hmm.
can't say the same about Kuntz. He had one good half a year, then got
Right.
injured, didn't see him at all last year. He's in practice, training camp this year. Everybody's saying he looks good and everything. Let's get him in true game time situations and then see what happens. But you don't
Even
have to
that.
worry about that with Parsons. You know what you're getting.
Yeah. Even if Koontz is at his best, he's not. I love Malcolm Koontz, but I mean, he's not Micah Parsons.
Jones is dumber when he's buying and selling. True.
Exactly.
What's up, Kev? What's going on, man? D Menace, what's up, man?
D-Menace.
Yeah, Brock Bowers is so versatile. He
Yeah.
can do anything basically out there in the on the field. He's such a skilled player. I mean, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's. I agree with what you're trying to say, Kev.
Right.
You
Right.
know, he's got that type of an impact. I mean, I know you're not saying he's Lawrence Taylor, but he's got the ability to have that same impact as a guy like him. You know,
Yes.
not when Lawrence Taylor came out and started playing, nobody had ever seen a player like him before. You know, never, no one had ever seen somebody do what he did and is as talented and as strong and as football smart as he was. You know, he was like, it was almost like he was a mythical god. You know, people were just blown away with how good he was. I mean, the guy was a beast. You know, to this day, he's still the best ever. I'm sorry, I don't care what anybody says. He still would be my number one defensive pick out of anybody if he were to come out now too.
Yeah.
He was that good.
Yeah. And if you go into the, they a lot of people say that, I don't want to get draft picks up them. Why not? I mean, this is a proven, this is a proven generational talent. It's not like he's coming out of college. He's proven for 4 years what he can do.
Exactly. You know, he's you said it perfect. He's proven what he can do in the NFL. We know what we're getting with him.
Yeah.
You know, you don't know what you're getting this year with Kuntz. You really don't. You know, he's been out of commission for a year and a half. You
Yeah.
know,
I'm not trying to shit on Malcolm, but damn, I'd definitely rather have Malcolm or Micah than Malcolm.
I
Just
agree.
give up the picks, give up Coons, whatever you got to do, man.
Yeah. What's up,
Like
all right?
somebody said earlier, Jerry Jones is an idiot on picking up players and getting rid of players. So he
Yeah.
might be able to sneak in there with the first and the third, yeah, and Coons and pick them up, and that's well worth it.
Oh God, yeah.
We'll have a Philadelphia defensive line where we don't even have to block,
No.
uh, s- you know, uh, blitz as much. What are you gonna do? You gonna stop Adam Butler? You gonna stop Micah? You gonna stop
Well,
Max?
that's just it. And that's what Gravy and I were talking about a few weeks ago too, when him and I did a Friday afternoon show. We were talking about you don't need to have superstar corners if you've got a D line like we potentially had if Wilkins would
Yeah,
have panned out this season. You know,
yeah.
but now you add a Micah Parsons into that. Oh, now we're back where we were
Shit.
talking before. You know, now we're talking about having a somewhat decent secondary that can just play their position and do what they do and just let the front line be disruptive and throw the quarterbacks off their timing, won't have time for the routes to develop. You know, they're going to force three and outs a lot more. You're going to force the quarterback to scramble or throw the ball away. How are you going to do when you got these two ends coming in crashing on you? And then you got
Yeah.
Butler in the middle sealing up
Oh
so the
shit.
quarterback can't run up the middle, and then whoever plays the other side on the other tackle position. How do
Yeah.
you plan that? And then we haven't even talked about the linebackers, you
Yeah.
know. So I mean, come on, man.
Well, I've been noticing in training camp, especially today at the the scrimmage. Uh, they're doing a lot of blitzes with linebackers.
Yep. What's
You
up,
pick
Ed?
up Micah Parsons, and you have more people in the backfield to because these guys are going to get it done. We proved it against Kansas City, and with the quarterbacks there are in the AFC West, which is obviously key to us. Uh, you put pressure on Holt, you know, dumbass, and other dumbass, and you know, uh, you put pressure on them, and it's gonna fuck them up, man. And the corners ain't gonna have to cover so long, and you know, it's gonna be cake. You know,
You know,
defense is gonna look good.
the other thing he'll add right away too, if you look at it, is people have this aspiration that we're going to make the playoffs. We're only going to make the playoffs if we can get out of the basement of our division. As of right now,
Right.
we're still the bottom in our division. Until the
Yeah.
season starts and we stop playing the teams in our division, we're still 0-6. We're still an 0-6 team in our division. You add somebody like him to the mix,
Yeah.
automatic. We're going to win more of those this year. You know, if
Yes.
you have somebody like him, you know,
Yes.
to make the playoffs, we got to win. We got to do better than 500 in our own division. We got to finish with at least 3 to 4 wins in our division to even have any aspirations of making the playoffs. Because
Yeah.
if we finish dead last in our division, we ain't making the playoffs. Even if we've
Yeah.
got a winning record, we're not going to make it. We're not going to get 3 wild cards. We're not going to get 3 teams out of our division in the playoffs. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
You know,
Right. And it's all about shaking up the quarterback, and
it's up to the
try,
people.
and that's what fucks up Mahomo. That's what fucks up, Sherbert. That's what, and Bo Nix. Come on. He ain't going to be able to handle that pressure. He's only his second year.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're right, Frank. That automatically would increase everybody's potential on that defense all around them. Everybody needs to get
Yes.
that playoff shit out of their head. We're looking way better, but I still think the year or two to have a foot in the door. I mean, again, we very well could make the playoffs this year. The possibility is there. Every team's starting the season 0-0. So any given Sunday, any team can win. So until proven otherwise, we still technically we're still looking to make a playoff run. Of course you would. Why? No matter how bad your team is, at the beginning of last season, everybody was hoping for that. So even now, we're hoping for it. You have to have that hope. Wonder if they
Yeah.
will address it. Yeah, I'm hoping something comes out tomorrow, Matt, on that. Um,
Yeah.
I'm sure they're already running tests on them to see how bad it is or what it is. I mean, there's nothing that came out as of yet. Plus now it's 12 o'clock out there. Like, is Vegas an hour behind you guys, or are they same time
No,
frame?
the same time as me, so it's like
Okay.
11:30 something there, right there.
Yeah. So I mean,
But
it
yeah, we're
just
not
sucks that
gonna.
it happened like that. In a
Yeah.
mock game that somebody
Yeah.
got hurt like that.
Did you happen to see the play where he?
I
Because I
didn't.
haven't.
I
Yeah, I haven't
didn't.
seen it either. I
To be
was
honest with
looking
you,
for.
the only play I saw today. Um, I mean, I saw a couple others, but not like
The
like paying
Max one.
attention to it. I saw that, yeah, the max where the strip sack for the pick, for the 6. That's the only
Yeah,
one I saw. So
I saw that, and I think I saw a touchdown pass to Fetch or something. Um, I think a couple to him, but
yeah,
that's all
somebody
I
said
saw.
Brock had two touchdown passes today.
Yeah, yeah, it was Brock. Yeah, he had 2 touchdown passes. Yeah.
It's all right. Bueno, Jess, why are you so negative? It's Saturday night. Just being real talking. I'm drinking, so I'm a little loose. Let's see.
Right with you, brother.
Hello, Jess. Got a good little buzz going. Good little buzz. You just got home. I texted you saying I'm probably gonna go on. And you said, "Well, I'm driving home right now." The fuck? Would you funnel like fucking 4 beers in that time frame? Jesus Christ! Either that or you're a fucking lightweight, dude. Jesus Christ! Oh fuck, man. Come to find out, he's probably drinking like old duels or something
Yeah, I've been drinking since about 7. So
in the morning, right?
no, at night. I'm not up at 7 in the morning. You know that.
I usually I know you're not up at 7 in the morning. Um, let me see. No, I drink. Oh, that's smart. Don't tell me that, man. Jesus Christ, Jeff. So, what team do you think will give us our biggest problem this year
Ooh, that's a good
in the AFC
question.
West? In all honesty, I think it's going to be the Broncos, and it's not going to be because of their offense. It's going to be the defense. I think it's going to be their defense. If they do what they did last year, what's up, Marlo? What's up, man? If they do
Follow.
what they did last year by putting Patrick Surtain on Brock, and they've had the potential to shut him down like he did in that one game. He only had 4 catches. Could be the similar situation, you know. Plus, they got what the fuck's the kid's name? Who's the other corner they drafted?
Or drafted or picked up? You talk about
No, they
Darian
drafted
Porter?
him. They drafted him.
Darian Porter?
No, not us. Denver.
Oh,
Um,
Denver. Okay.
shit. The hell's his name? Oh,
Don't know.
wasn't it Barron or Jade Barron? I think it was. Is that who it is? The corner they picked up out of the draft this past year, and I think the first round, maybe. I
Yeah.
forget exactly. First or
I
second?
need to watch other AFC West shows
Yeah,
more.
Barron. All right, Jade just said it too. Okay. Yeah, because they basically helped their secondary by grabbing that kid. So it's
Yeah. Good luck covering Betch. Uh,
well, and that's the
Dante
thing. If
Thornton.
they shut down our number one threat, which is Brock Bowers. Now they still have to contest with those other guys. You know, they got to
Yes.
contest with Jacoby and Tucker and Thornton. You
Yeah.
know, so it's
Yeah.
still. But if they shut Bowers down, it still forces us to have to adjust. You know.
Yeah. And I expect Trey Tucker to have a good year this year. A much better year because we got a much better, more accurate quarterback. So Trey Tucker's gonna pick up this year, I think. What?
So a Cowboy fan named Mark Holmes said Micah's agent hung up on Stephen Jones at 9:35 p.m. Oh, that's awesome. Rick and Man's drug of choice beer. Yeah. It shows mine was fireball shots, man. I fucking
Oh,
I would do easily 20 plus a day. Those little nip bottles. And then when I was making my vodkas and lemonade of vodka and cranberry, I would take like another 4 shots. I'd go through a handle of vodka within 2 days
hmm.
easily. And
Funny
it was
story.
Tito's. I always drank
Funny,
Tito's.
hmm. Funny story. I was in at the Buffalo Raiders games a couple years ago, and they had this fire truck out there. It was they were dispensing, fireballs. It's the first time I ever had one. They had these beautiful girls giving out shots of fireball, and
Yeah.
and they see a Raider fan, and every time I walked anywhere near them, no, you got to come over here, take another shot. They're trying to get me fucked up for the game, and I was.
Oh, that shit hits you, man. I like I
Yeah.
said, I used to fucking. I would. There was a liquor store that I used to stop at every day, and by the time I got closer to home, um, I would hit the main liquor store that I normally go to. Those 6 would be gone by the time I got there, and then I would buy 2 more sleeves, so it'd be 10 nips per sleeve, and then go home, pound one whole sleeve in like I don't know, 15 minutes, and then stop making my drinks, and that would be my night every night. I would wake up and they would all be gone, and I would still feel like I was fucking shit faced in the morning. That's what made me quit drinking, Jess.
Yeah.
I had to. I killed my liver, man. I get stage 4 cirrhosis. So my liver's about as good as it's gonna get now, and it ain't that great. So that's why I don't work anymore. I'm medically, basically, you could say I'm medically retired. My body doesn't process the right way anymore like it should, which is why when I eat, I get super sleepy, man. People
Mm,
fall into a food coma when they eat a shit ton of food. I eat something like a couple of pieces of a calzone, and I'm done. I'm done.
mm,
I'll knock
oh,
right the fuck out.
uh,
Yeah. Or something like a simple sandwich at lunch, and
mm.
I'm on the couch, and boom, I'll sleep for like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, best calzone I ever got was in New Jersey. I mean, it was fucking huge.
Yeah, dude, Fireball's nasty, man. Anybody that drinks a lot of that shit, quit it now, man.
Yeah,
The sugars alone in there will fucking kill you, but then you add everything else to it. It's fucking horrible.
it actually killed my niece's. Oh, that's too dark. Never mind.
Yeah, I do, Jess. I ended up in the hospital for like a week. Right, it was. I went in on Thanksgiving of 2020, so right in the height of COVID. I'm in the hospital. Nobody could come and see me.
Oh
Um,
Jesus.
it sucked. I was in there for a full week. I was jaundiced, my whole face, my eyes. I got pictures of my face. My face was out to here. I was just so bloated and looked. I didn't even look like me. Didn't even fucking look anything like what I look like right now. Put the two pictures side by side. Other than the mustache, that's the only way you knew it was me. It looked like somebody took a fucking bicycle pump and pumped up my head with it. I was just all fucking puffy. It's horrible. Yeah, so it'll be 5 years this Thanksgiving since I had a drink. So when I go out
Congratulations.
now, yep. When I go out now, I do ginger ale and cranberry juice. So it looks like I'm drinking a mixed drink, and people don't ask me. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
what are you drinking? Do you want? How come you're not like? If I'm just drinking water, people would ask, how come you're not drinking anymore? Because everybody knew how much of a drinker I was. you
Mm,
know. So I was like, it just alleviated the fact of having to explain every time, you
hmm.
know. So I just did that. People left me alone. So, and I'm fine being around people that drink. It doesn't bother me. Real life yogi. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate that. Thank you, D-Menace.
Yeah, that's a quite an accomplishment, man.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, but when you were not feeling good and the doctor sends you for blood work, and
Yeah.
he calls you later on that day because the results came back, and he says, "Yeah, you need to quit drinking because if you don't stop now, you probably got like maybe about 2 weeks left to live." Because my
Holy
body
shit.
it was that bad, dude. It was that bad. Um, he goes, "Your numbers are like they call it the Billy Rubin. My Billy Rubin number was through the roof. Like any higher, and my liver would have shut right down, and I would have been done. My whole body would have just shut right off."
Right.
And that's why I had to go into the hospital because they needed to get me on all kinds of different meds and fought around to figure out what the fuck's going to fix my issue. So it was,
Yeah. Well, and I bet you feel a lot better now that you're not drinking.
oh, hell yeah. You kidding me? Yep. Yeah. Like the wife would bust my balls, like, why do you still smoke? She goes, well, now that you quit drinking, you can quit smoking. I'm like,
Oh
oh,
shit.
one vice at a time. Okay. So
Yeah.
5 years later, I'm still smoking, but not as much. You know, you can't pull me from smoking and drinking at the same
Oh,
time. Oh my
same
god,
time. Yeah.
what a fucking mental breakdown. No,
Oh, you'd be weighing 500 pounds. You know, you got to
so how was
substitute with
your
something, man.
basically, Jess? I quit because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here right now. None of you guys would have known me because this was 5 years ago. So I wouldn't even be here right now doing this stuff. You know, I would have been gone. I'd be 6 feet under, or a bunch of ashes in a box somewhere in the house.
Oh, no, that's not funny. I didn't mean to laugh.
Anthony, and that's what I started doing. kind of what started for me too. Is I wouldn't drink during the week, but man, the weekends came and I wouldn't get anything done on the weekends because I was just so fucking shit faced from Friday as soon as I got out of work straight through till Sunday night. I'd be drinking right up until I went to bed on Sunday night. And then it started little by little during the week. I'd have one when I got home, and then I had more, and then more, and then it was just. I drink at home mostly during the holidays. That was me. I just stay home by myself and drink. It's like, what the fuck else did I have to do? So, but let me answer this. Ask you in the chat. What do you guys think about Tom Brady being part of being in person with the at the practice, and then today he was on the field walking around talking to players and everything. What do you feel on that, Mike? In the chat, you guys can chime in too in the chat.
Did you ask me? I think it's great, man. I noticed he was like, shaking players' hands coming off, as they're going through the drills, and then he brought the one player over. I think it was Trey Tucker that he shook his hand and he like pulled him over and talked to him for a while. How could you not want that? I mean, we all have our things about the tuck rule, but that's over. That was years fucking ago, like well over 20 years ago. But he specifically pulled him over and talked to him for a while. I think that's great, man. I
Oh
mean, who
God, yeah.
wouldn't want to talk to a goat like that? You know?
I think um, it's great that he did what he did. Being at the practice yesterday, and then Saturday being at the mock game and talking to players, and especially rookies, because I saw him during some of the videos I saw. He was over there talking to Thornton. He was talking to Besh. Betch walked by him, and they were talking. So there was actually a video of him sitting on the bench with Max sitting next to him, and they were talking for a while.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it's something you don't normally see from an owner. But remember,
Yeah.
he's still at the bug, man. He still probably wishes he could be out there playing. He does. He's
He
that
does. Yeah.
much as some of us still hate the fucker, you know. But
Well,
what's up, 805? What's going
we
on,
gotta
man?
let that 805. How you doing, man? How was your day today? I know he went to the
Yeah, he's
practice.
actually. I don't know
He's
if he's
still
still
there.
with them, but he was with Leo and Jay a little while ago.
And Blue Richards was there with him.
Oh, she's out there too.
Yeah.
Let me see. Brady got to show his face to make things legit. It took us 9 years to get here, and it looks positive. Keep the faith, fellas. Yeah, for sure, man. Let's see. The tuck wasn't Brady. The stripes fucked us that night. Yeah.
There we go. No doubt.
Fucking hated every minute of that game. The worst part about that is the NFL, when they show replays of old games and everything, it seems like when they're doing that, it's the time I turn my TV on and it's on the NFL network and it's like midway, like halftime or like around halfway through that game. And like an idiot, I'll still sit here and watch the second half. And it's like every time I watch it, it's like, oh, maybe the outcome will be different this time. It's just one of those demented things in your head. It's like maybe he won't fumble it and they'll call it the right way, And then the play happens and it's like, oh shit, what am I doing? Why am I watching this? Why am I torturing myself? But I do it every fucking time it's on. Every goddamn time it's on NFL Network. I just don't watch it. It's like, God damn it. It's like
that's funnier. That's funnier than hell, Jeff. That's
He
funnier
just,
than hell.
it's like a train wreck. You can't help but watch or look
Yeah.
at it. It's like, fuck.
That's funnier than hell, man.
Pisses me off. 8:05. You still with Leo and Jay, or did they go home and go to the hotel and go none nights? Lightweights. If James Jett caught that TD in the first quarter, we were on that
Okay.
game. Yeah. What's up, Alec? All right, so Anthony, my Pop Warner team went 2 wins, 1 tie in 3 games, 10 plays on offense, 10 plays on D, switch every 10 plays till we get to 25, 5 plays each in the final session. Nice. And that was today, right? That was Saturday. Yeah, because that's right. He was in the channel Friday night with us talking about it. He was all pumped for the game. He's a coach on his kids' team. I knew I missed the Flores comments that the screw was coming. Yeah. Go East. I don't even follow baseball. I don't even know who's in first. Who's the odds on to, are the Dodgers looking good enough like they're going to repeat or no? Like, who's the best team in baseball right now? I don't know. I have a clue.
Yeah, according to Blue, it's the Dodgers.
Well, she's a homer. That's why she wants the home. She wants the team that she roots for to win, of course. Just like I would sit
Well,
there and say,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah,
it's probably the Red
yeah,
Sox."
exactly. Well,
Yeah.
she grew up in L.A. and her name Blue is from Dodger Blue. Her dad named her Blue because she was born on not the World Series, but one of the games, the game that led them into the World Series. So that's where she got her name is Blue.
So my QB got hit pretty hard in the second game, and he took the third game off. If he played the third game, we would have had an easy win. Oh, that sucks. So 805 says he's back home, left them at the bar. Leo went home. Jay is on his own, ready to party in Vegas. Leo drove back to LA already. Damn, that's only a few hours, right, from LA to there.
It's like four
No,
hours, four,
4 hours.
4.5 hours,
I
something like
drove
that.
it, but actually no, we drove from San Diego to Vegas
That's
when I was out there. That was
that's
in
further
85.
south. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in 85. Dodgers, Giants, Mets, same thing. So 805, if you're able to chime in here, what's your feeling on this whole Michael Parsons thing?
Well,
If
I'd
it
like to
does,
hear that.
if it would come to fruition, would you be in favor or against it? Because we did our show tonight and we talked more about Micah Parsons than we did about the Raiders today. That's how engrossed everybody was in the talk about Micah Parsons, which was awesome because we had a fire show tonight, man. That fucking show was awesome tonight. Fucking banged out the views on that one, man. That was a great show. A lot
Yeah, it
of
was.
fucking lot of interaction from the chat too. A lot. It was really good. So just as I can see Pete Carroll grabbing Parsons. Well, it's not really him that's going to be doing it, but sure.
It's gonna be Spy Tech.
Chewy's 6 hours from Vegas, and he's in Fresno.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I knew somebody drove, from Vegas to. Uh, oh no, that was Bakersfield, and they said it was 4.5 hours. But
I
so
know
yeah, I
it's
don't know.
like 38 to 40 something hours from here to Vegas.
It's a
Just-
plane. It's a plane ride for me to Vegas. I'm not driving.
Oh, I wouldn't drive either. Although I would, I still want to drive across the country at least once, before
I've
I
done that. I've done
truck
that.
along.
When
I've
I
never
got out
done
of
it.
the army, I drove from North Carolina to Sacramento.
Wow.
You know,
Furthest I've gone west, and I wasn't driving. My dad was. We went as far as like the Cincinnati, Ohio area, because we went to Fort Knox while we were out there. We went to the
oh,
Patton Museum, which doesn't even exist anymore, which is a shame because that was a fucking awesome museum. But we drove out to Cincinnati because I had uncles that lived down that area, and
shit.
that's like the longest. That's like an 18-hour ride. I've driven to Florida when I was a kid. That's like 20 something hours.
Yeah, it took me about a month and a half to get across the country because I was stopping. I stopped at Virginia to visit relatives. Stopped at Philadelphia to visit Kansas, visit relatives, and in Colorado to pick up my grandma and have to weld a trailer hitch on my car to bring the camper they want me to bring back. Uh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah,
it took me about. I had a good time.
and they said we have a good team. My free safety was sad as fuck when he gave up the game time TD in the final play of the third game. Little man was in nearly in tears, telling me sorry. Oh, poor kid. That's a good player though. Kid took it that hard. Oh, I don't think I could do a train coast to coast. I'd rather drive so you can get out, stop, do what you got to do. You know.
I I rode in a train when I was a kid from California to Colorado. It was pretty fun as a kid.
Yeah, as a kid, you didn't. You had no essence of time. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't know how long it took to get somewhere. You just sat in the back seat, not strapped in or anything, because you just
yeah.
stood on the hump between your mom and dad with your hand on the back seat, on the back of the seat, looking out the front window. And God forbid you stop, you're going right out the front window. You didn't have a car seat back then, and
No,
you know.
no, didn't have that kind of shit back then.
No, they didn't
I'm
even
old.
fucking use seatbelts. You know how I drove to Florida as a kid? My parents took the mattress from my bed, the top mattress, put it in the back seat of the car, and I laid on that all the way down to Florida.
Mm.
Right down
Oh,
95, as Kev said. It's a long ass ride on 95.
oh, 95. I remember
Later, Malo.
95
Thanks for
very
checking
much.
in, brother. I appreciate you.
Malo.
Chewy wants to know what you're drinking.
It's
I mean, I'm
just
drinking coffee.
Budweiser. Budweiser.
Uh-huh. Budweiser.
Budweiser. Yeah, nothing fancy.
Dad walked from Mexico to LA. I walked from California to Mexico, walked across the border into Mexico, and walked back after we spent the day in Tijuana. Oh,
Oh man, I remember a day in Tijuana.
that was back in '84. Yeah, we did that in '84.
That's about when I was in Tijuana. Probably ran into you there. Still.
Probably, for all we know. There was fucking, how many were there? There were three of us. So there were seven of us, and we got into one taxi cab, a big ass Crown Vic. Seven of us piled into this cab. And this motherfucker is driving like a fucking madman from the border into downtown, into the main roads of Tijuana where all the shops are and shit. And he's blowing through intersections, and we're hitting bumps, and cars pretty much going airborne. And my father looks at me because him and I sat up front. And my father looks at me, he goes, "I think we're gonna die on this ride." I said, "I think so." It was like, good
Yeah,
lord.
Tijuana taxi cabs. Yeah, those guys are crazy.
Oh man, I've been to Mexico twice. Went to Tijuana and I've been to Cancun. So
I've never been to Cancun. I've been to Puerto Vallarta. I've been to
Right.
Cabo San Lucas and Mazatlan on a cruise that I won. I couldn't afford it, but I won it from work.
Ah, yeah. Cancun was a nice trip. That was a good one. We just it was 2012. The wife and I went. We went down there for basically a little over. We went down there during Cinco de Mayo. We landed on the 3rd
Oh
or the
fuck!
2nd of May, and we were there. I think until I don't know. We were there for like a little over a week. Um, but that's back when I was drinking. Oh my god, did I drink my ass off down there? Holy! Well, it was all included. You know,
Oh,
and like an
nice.
idiot. At first, I was drinking Modelo's, and I'm like, "Why the fuck am I drinking Modelo's? I can drink whatever the fuck I want. It ain't costing me anything." So the rest of the weekend, it was fucking Long Island iced teas. Give me one with as much alcohol as possible. Like fuck that and shots. Oh my god, were we doing shots? Holy crap! Fucking shot after shot after shot. We'd go up to the bar. We'd order like fucking 8 shots. You know, fucking we did. Every morning we go to the breakfast buffet, and the waiter would come over. I mean, all he ever did was bring us, our drinks and clean the table off so we could go up and get more food. But he would come over to us the first morning we were there. I asked him, so we had him every time, so we always sat in his area. And I told him, I said, every morning when we come for breakfast, I said, I want you to do me a favor. I said, when we sit down, I want 2 shots of silver tequila. He goes, no problem. So he would see us walk in, and he would have the shots at the table waiting for us. So the wife and I would each
Nice.
do a shot of tequila first thing, bang bang, and just get the pumps going, man. Just that was it. You'd be clear sailing the rest of the day. It's
Yeah.
fucking great.
I
I
remember when
think
I went to
I gave him a $50 tip at the end of the trip. No, took care of the guy.
yeah when I went to Puerto Vallarta. I went to Senior Frogs, and so we're of course drinking at Senior Frogs. Just I'm sure you've heard of that place.
Oh yeah,
And and these waitresses would be walking around with shot glasses in their like a holster,
yeah.
and just tip your head back and just if somebody pointed you out, said give this guy a shot, and so you just feel a hand on your forehead, and they'd pour down a shot. Yeah, we got fucked up.
I saw that today, Rock. I didn't know what the gun was until you just posted it now. Well, you say AK-47s. How many did he have in his fucking car? And let me guess, he didn't have the 10 round clip. He probably had the 30 round banana clips in that damn thing. I bet you too, like a dumbass.
Yeah, I got
Because
an
most
AK
states,
40. I got an AK-47 with 30 round clips.
yeah, but you don't drive around with it in your fucking car.
No, no.
All right then. Listen, he got pulled over with it in his car. I don't care if he was going to a range or not. Depends on what state you're in. What's the rules? If he was in
Yeah,
Cali, he would be in prison right now. They said he's in jail. That's insane. 2 AK-47s. I guarantee he for them to have pulled him, put him in jail or arrested him. I guarantee he had the fucking 30 round clips. Just like in my state, they just changed the laws here a couple of years ago. So like my wife's um, Smith and Wesson 9mm came with 15 round clips for her gun. I had to actually go out and buy 10 round ones because they lowered it to 10 in the state.
right.
So it's like, fuck, man. So now I had to go out and buy new fucking clips. Of course, now because everybody had to change them over, guess what went up in price? The fucking 10 round clips.
Yes.
Because everybody and their brother was buying them. So I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Yeah. My AK, the 30 round clips in California, I should say, is they're legal as long as you bought them before the time they made the 30 round clips illegal. And
Makes sense. I get that.
there's no way they can prove that you bought it before or after. I just go to Nevada and buy more 30 round clips.
Yeah.
I got plenty 30-round clips. I got about 2,000 rounds of ammo, so I'm good when the zombies attack.
Hey, I got my 1911 45, so I'm good
Oh,
there.
I love that, man. That was
That's my baby. I fucking love that thing. It's right here. It's within reach, no matter where I sit. It's
uh,
always right next to me.
that was the gun the pistol we used in the army back when I was in. Was that 1911 Colt 45? It's a badass gun.
I fucking love that gun, man. That's oh no, fireworks are not legal in Rhode Island. They are in New Hampshire, which is about an hour and a half away from here. So what a lot of people do, and I love it because they get nailed all the time. People will drive through Massachusetts, go up to New Hampshire, buy the fireworks. The cops sit in the parking lot and call the plates ahead of time, and
Oh
then they
man,
pass the information to Mass. And as soon as they cross over into the Mass border, into Massachusetts, they fucking pull them over and nail them.
fuck.
Fucking hilarious. See, the smart thing you do is you buy them in New Hampshire, and then you travel a little bit more north. You make it so you buy them so you're staying up in New Hampshire for a day or two. Then you go home. don't
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
take off right away and go back home right away. That's when they
yeah.
nail you. You know, it's like what the fuck? It's so stupid. The only thing that's legal in Rhode Island is like that ground firework lame ass shit.
Yeah, same thing in California.
Yeah.
But we can always go to Nevada
I
and
mean, it makes sense out in California because if you're not careful enough, you'll light a whole neighborhood on fire out there with brush fires and the Santa Ana winds and all
mhm.
that shit. Fuck that. All right, so 805 answered the question earlier that I asked him about Parsons. He said, in short, no on Parsons. You build through the draft and coach up your players. We don't have the luxury to take on high priced players due to our history of horrible drafts and off-season transactions. I get that. And that was the argument we had on our show tonight. I said, if we keep living by the fact that we've done this and we've done that and it's always turned out bad, blah blah blah. If we keep living with that, we'll never do anything.
Right.
Yeah, I know that didn't work out with Wilkins. It wasn't because he was a horrible player, which is what our issue's been in the past, or someone's had a complete mental breakdown. Like perfect example was AB.
Yep.
Devontae Adams was because I was let go and he came here for one reason only. Why would he want to stick around now that his guy's gone? So I'm still in favor of throwing the bank at fucking Parsons and offering something to the Cowboys. Jason made the comment that, well, we still need to draft a franchise quarterback. What are you going to draft next year? We don't need a franchise quarterback right now. We have no idea what we've got in Miller. We know what we've got in AOC 12 for the most part. We know what we got in Geno. We've got Geno for 3 years. We still got 2 more years left on AOC 12, if I'm not mistaken. So you still got your backup. You still got your starter in Geno. You don't really know what you have in Cam Miller just yet. So you don't know what's going to happen with him. Is he going to be good enough or become good enough where he can eventually take over the team and be that franchise quarterback? Who knows? Anybody that says, no, that's not going to happen right now, you don't know. You can't say that. You can't say, yes, he
Right.
is or no, he's not because you don't know enough. You're not going to tell me after 1 week of actual contact style practice that you can officially evaluate him and say that he's good or not good in that short time frame. No game
Right.
time situations. Today was the closest to a game time situation. You know,
Yeah. We gotta wait
it,
to preseason because because they're not be going to be playing Geno all that much, so we're going to see a lot of Cam
no, it'd be
Miller
crazy too.
and Aid O'Connell. So
Yeah,
yeah, it'd be crazy to put Geno in there. I think he'll be in a little bit for the second game. Maybe the
if
first game for a rotation. One series, and the second game maybe a quarter, and then after that, no.
you know, maybe with past regimes, meaning the coaching staff, the GMs and such, I wouldn't be as high on it because I just didn't try. Like if this was a year ago, and while AP was the coach, that wouldn't be a good situation to try and bring him into. This is a stable situation, I think, with the coaching staff. Pete
Yes.
Carroll especially, Tom Brady in here as the owner, and you got a guy that, if it's true that he actually said it, you got a guy that actually wants to come here, and you're gonna get that now because of the coach that's here. You're gonna get players that want to come to this team and play for this team.
Yes.
There's plenty of players out there that want to be a Raider at some point in their career. It's just that mystique of saying that you were a Raider at one point in your career. It's the colors, the logo, the fan base. It's just so. I can only imagine what it would be like to be an NFL player and be stuck on a mediocre type team like us.
Mm.
But there's so much more to the Raiders than being a good team, bad team. It's just everything that comes with Raider Nation. People still want to be a part of that. Even more, they're going to want to be part of that because you've got a great, experienced head coach in Pete Carroll. People want to play for him. Tom Brady's here. People want to be around him. It's plain and simple. People like being around Tom Brady. I don't know
Yeah.
who in their right mind would want to be around Tom Brady, but whatever. It is what it is. But you got a guy that's as talented as him, man. That's just a tough one to pass up on if the opportunity's there. And until he's either confirmed staying with Dallas or they trade him away, this is going to be talked about on just about any and every Raiders show until that time comes, because we're forever going to be linked to everybody that is disgruntled with their current team. Automatically they're going to be like, oh, he wants to go for the Raiders, or the Raiders are a good fit. We're a good fit for everybody, it seems like. A year ago, yeah, not so much. Now it's like, as soon as somebody's unhappy with their current situation, oh, he'd be a good fit with the Raiders. And it's not even
Yeah.
Raider fans that are saying it. It's all these
Yeah.
fucking so-called, sports experts that are saying it on their TV shows and shit. He'd be a great fit, like Terry McLaurin would be a great fit for the Raiders. Fuck no, I don't want him. Absolutely not. No way.
We already got rid of one Debo. We don't need another one.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
But yeah.
He's talented. But if I have a choice between giving up draft capital and a player for Micah Parsons or just a couple of draft picks for Terry, guess what? I'm going with Micah Parsons, because that's our weak point right now is this defense. It's not our strength again yet. But you added him into the mix. Now we're talking on a whole different level. We'll trade Adam Butler for him. See if I get a 5 with that.
I didn't like that one.
I know. I'm kidding on that one. I just want to get a rise.
I know you are, man.
If he's still listening. Add to the depth, it brings the most out of players. Yeah. But what are you saying for depth? Micah Parsons ain't going to be for depth. He's going to be a starter, plain and simple.
Yeah, he must have been talking about something else.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. The defense won't be out there all the time because we can't get teams off the field when they're on third down. We always fucking give up the play that gets them another fresh set of downs.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fucking ridiculous.
3rd and 17, 3rd and whatever.
Yeah, and they run the ball and they get the first down. Oh, what the fuck? That's the worst part. You heard that. You heard that, Jeff. So 8:05, how was it today? It looked like it was a good time. Man, I was so jealous. I wish I lived closer. Fucking hate being on the East Coast. That's why I either need my kids to go and buy their own house, because they don't want this one, to go buy their own house so I can sell this house, buy a fucking motorhome, trailer the fucking car, the SUV behind us, and fucking take off. Wife can still work remote while we're in that thing. I can still do my YouTube stuff in there. You know, fucking let's go. Fucking, I'd head out west for a while during the football season. I'd be out that way. Wouldn't be a season ticket holder because I couldn't afford it, but I would head out that way. I would go to games. You know, I could drive back and forth. You know, so when we go to LA, you know, when we go to KC, I would do those. I could do those drives. No problem. You know, I'd be able to see all the games. I'd have so much fun. Oh, that'd be a blast. You know, during the summer, come back here so I can be around the family. And then when the weather starts to get shitty or when football season starts, right back out there.
You'd be having the Jeff Cruiser like Madden.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I already told the wife, I said, and it'll be silver. Won't be black because it'll just attract the heat and everything. And then, you know, that's too much. It'll be a nice silver color, you know, with some like black pinstripe highlights on it.
There you go.
I'll put some rated decals on them, dress it up.
Oh, hell yeah.
When I make my millions on YouTube, I'll get the whole thing either wrapped or airbrushed.
Oh, fuck. That'd be badass. I can see it now, man. Be like, Jeff, come pick me up. I got a buddy that's got season.
Hold on. Rock, if you got a link, put it up, man. I'm curious to see what this looks like. Go ahead. What were you saying, Mike?
I was saying, I got a buddy that's got, you know, that I know from when I used to have season tickets in Oakland. He's got season tickets in Vegas. So, and he gives me tickets for cheap. But it's the motel and the flight that is beyond my limitations right now.
That came up tonight in the show also. They were talking about you know, because I haven't been out to Vegas. Actually, no, I was on the phone with Mike from Raiders Against the World about, you know, I still need to get out to Vegas. And he's like, "Oh, we're gonna make it happen." I said, "Yeah, the tickets aren't the problem. It's the flight and the hotel. That's where it gets me. You know,
and
I'm sure I can get the tickets at a decent price. You know,
and even the food. I mean, it's not like as cheap as it was in Vegas years ago. We can go get a buffet for $9.99. It's not like that.
Do they even still have buffets anymore?
I don't even know if they have it.
After COVID, I know during COVID, a lot of that shit shut down.
Yeah, lots of shit went away, but I think I have no idea. It's been probably about 5-6 years since I've been to a Vegas game. A game in Vegas.
We've got Foxwoods Casino not that far from my house. It's like 45 minutes away. And man, that buffet they had there, they still have it, I think. The buffet there, oh my God, it's fucking awesome. It was like $50 per person, but again, you know, you go grab the fucking prime rib, you go grab, you know, the crab legs, you grab all the good shit, you know? The stuff where you're gonna get your fucking money's worth. You know, lobsters, the whole 9 yards, you know.
That sounds like a nice buffet, man.
Nah, I wouldn't do a smoker. I'm not a fan of the smoke stuff. My son-in-law, I think I might have put it up on the show before. My son-in-law smokes stuff all the time. He made his own smoker. This thing is fucking huge. I can see if I can find the picture. I'll pop it up here. I said I just watched it. Oh, it's on YouTube. Just type in Genty Goes House Hunting. All right, I'll look it up. I'm hoping to be out of Cali in the next 5 years. Buffet is like 65 to 100 a head these days. There's one out here in Rhode Island. It's down South County, like closer to the beaches. It's called the Nordic Lodge. They did a ranking of the best buffets and seafood buffets in the country, and for the last few years they've been ranked number one. It's called the Nordic Lodge. They charge now $140 per person. You got a 4-hour limit while you're in
Holy
there.
shit.
Yeah, I could never eat that much now. Back before I had the gastric bypass and everything, I'd go in there and I'd get like about $300 worth of food. I could eat that much. Now I would never get $140 worth of food. I would have to eat so many lobsters, and I just couldn't do it. I just,
Yeah.
you're gonna learn when you go to buffets like that. You don't drink soda, don't drink beer, don't eat the bread. Just go for the high protein stuff. Go for the filet mignons, the prime ribs, the lobster, the crab legs. You go for all that shit. You get your fucking money's worth. So what did 805 say? It was legit. Great job by the Raiders doing an inter-squad scrimmage. Last year was more of a practice, which most people don't get excited for. Fans like seeing the big plays and touchdowns today. Oh, that's good. So it looks like they upped their game then. That's good. I know on the Tuesday night show we had, not this week's, the week before, after our Tuesday night show, the Notorious podcast, the Black Hole one that we've been doing, we did a pre-recorded interview after we did the show, and it was with this guy Josh, that's the head of Raider Dad, where they get tickets and they donate. They give the tickets to young kids that haven't experienced a Raiders game before, or I know they had a big presence there today. They had a lot of tickets that they gave out for kids to go to that game, go to that today.
Nice.
Even though it's not a game, it's still an experience for the kids. I mean, shit, these kids are doing shit that I haven't even done. They're getting to see this, for the first time being in Allegiant Stadium. I haven't even gotten to Allegiant. You got these, 5-year-old kids that are getting to do this. Lucky little shits. Good for them, though. That Rated Dad thing, that's such a great program.
Oh, fuck yeah.
It's such a great cause, too.
So if anybody...
I asked him during the interview, I asked Josh if they've been contacted by organizations, in other team locations to do the same thing. He goes, they have. He goes, and I just try and give them as much advice as I can, because he's been doing this for a few years now. So he's starting to, get it down pat as to how everything goes. And, he can pass on the experiences to other fan bases that are trying to do similar or the same thing. It's pretty cool.
It's fucking way cool, yeah.
I mean, it really is
a great thing, to get, because they give them a nice tailgate experience. They give them bags, goodies, and then they get to go and see that. I mean, fuck, I know you would. I would love to, and unfortunately, some of these kids are going through some troubles. So, or their family is. So they get them out there. I mean, how cool is that?
Yep.
To have one last memory.
I actually submitted Devin and Rada for that on their behalf. I submitted their
did
name.
You?
Yeah, but the thing is, if they lived in the area, they could go. But Rada Dad doesn't. They don't do it to the point where they make arrangements for people. Like they don't cover the expenses to travel to the game. Basically, is
okay.
So with them living down in Texas, they'd have to get their own transportation to the game, and then they would be able to get the tickets and everything. Because I asked Josh, I'm like, yeah, I submitted somebody. He goes, I saw it, I read it. He goes, what an incredible little guy. I said, yeah, he's an awesome little dude. I said, the family's been through so much, just trying to do anything I can to help, cheer them up and, get them involved in Raider Nation in a different way. He goes, yeah. He goes, and this was before we went on air. I didn't talk about this while we were doing the Q&A stuff for the show. We were like in the back studio talking about it, and I said, I submitted them. He goes, yeah. He goes, we don't do the travel thing. I said, I kind of figured, but I figured let me put it in there. I knew you were going to be coming on with us, and I figured I'd ask you the question then. So they would have to get their own transportation out there. So, and I know that's not going to be easy for them. So, but I'm trying other things too. I've actually reached out to Make a Wish,
Oh,
and
nice.
I submitted them for that too. Nobody. This is the first time I've said anything about it. No, not even Leo and Jay and them now. So there's still a lot of stuff I got in the works that I've kept hush hush that I'm trying to accomplish here for them. So I ain't done yet with that family, not even close. So
Well, isn't it awesome that Little Raider is going to school, starting school like
yeah, he starts
in a
pre-K
couple
on the
days or
7th.
so?
Yeah, the
Seventh.
7th. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That is
What's
fucking
up, Gio?
awesome. That's probably that's got to be his first time he went to school and got to interact with their kids. That is so freaking awesome. And
Yeah,
Jeff, you are the man. You set up so much stuff for them. Not only the donations, but getting them hooked up with the Ronald McDonald House. I mean, you need to throw your chest out a little bit for that. I know you won't, but I'm gonna throw it out for you.
I won't.
You know, but Jeff has done so much for that family. I know a lot of people have. All the people that he got to donate money to and stuff like that. You know, I mean, Jeff, salute.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. I really do. It's it's actually been fun. Just like when I did the interview with the family that night, and just seeing that little guy's reaction, like when
Oh
I
man,
was calling his name out, and the way he just turns and looks at the
yeah.
camera, and he puts his little arm up and everything, and the kid's so awesome.
Hey,
The pictures and video that Devin sent me the day of his surgery, like hours after, and he's sitting straight up and he's
yeah,
playing with his toys and he's having such a good old time. You wouldn't know that this kid just had a major heart surgery a few hours before that. If you
yeah,
didn't tell me or somebody didn't say, hey, this kid just had his chest cracked open, they had to break his sternum to get in there and repair the holes in his heart, I'd be like, you're full of shit. There's no fucking way. Look at this kid. He's sitting there playing with his toys. He's laughing. He's giggling. He's having a good old time. All the while underneath his hospital gown, he's because he sent me a picture of the scar. He's got
oh
this
yeah,
massive scar on his chest. Not scar, but he's got a massive bandage on his chest where they had to re-sew him up and everything. And that was like hours prior to that picture that he sent me in the videos. It's like, this is
yeah.
fucking unbelievable. If that was me, I'd be laying in that bed like a baby, like, ah, Christ, I had a heart attack a few years ago, and that shit fucking hurt. Let me tell you. So I can't even imagine if this kid's feeling pain or he just has such a high tolerance for it. He doesn't fully understand what pain is. I don't know, but my God, you know.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that. Have you ever heard any updates? I mean, is that going to be the last surgery, or are they going to
Hopefully,
need?
well, no, he does have another surgery, but they're gonna wait a while yet. He's got to get the G tube removed. So right now he's still got the G tube attached to him.
Okay,
That's like the feeding tube for him.
right.
So that has to be surgically removed. So he will have to at least go in for at least a guaranteed one more surgery. You know,
Oh, just have the that tube removed though.
yeah, just for that.
Not another heart surgery.
No, not as of right now. No. What happens as he gets older and his heart grows and his body grows? Who knows?
Okay.
There may be a time as he gets older where he may have to. Who knows? It won't be until that happens. But that's why they have all these appointments, these follow-ups, because they got to keep on it to make sure that everything's operating the way it's supposed to. Because I think he's 5 weeks out now. It was 5 weeks. I think he's at 5 weeks out since the
Wow.
surgery. So, and he's doing great. He was
Yeah.
in the show earlier tonight, and he made mention that they thought he was because I guess he's having a hard time breathing, Um,
What?
there's something else too, but they took him to the emergency room and come to find out he's got allergies.
Oh.
So I'm like, well, at least you guys are smart enough. Some parents would be like, he's just got the sniffles. But because of his medical history, you can't take a chance with this kid, because his immune system's not the best right now until he fully heals.
Mm-hmm.
So if he does get sick, it could be fatal. You never know, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So at least they're cognitive enough to know that, okay, something's not right with him. Let's take him to the ER. Everything checked out. It's just it's simply it's allergies, you know.
Oh,
So
that's good.
luckily it's
I
nothing
mean,
serious, thank God.
yeah, because they've already lost one child. I mean, you
Yeah,
know, and
and
this
she's
one's
due
being
in a few more
that.
weeks too with that
Oh, is
with their
she? I didn't know that.
yeah, she's pregnant. They got another daughter that's going to be coming. Um, shit, what the hell's her name? Oh my God, they've already named her. Um,
It's gonna be a Raider name, I'm
no,
sure.
it's not. It's not.
Oh,
The little girl that passed away. Her name was Autumn.
Autumn Wind,
Autumn
right?
Wind. Yep. Um, Jasmine Rain, I think is what this one's called. This little girl, because they know it's a girl for sure.
That's a
And
beautiful. That's a
she's one
beautiful
hundred
name.
percent healthy from what they saw too. So there's no complications with her.
That's a
I think
beautiful
it's I
name.
think it's Jasmine Rain.
That's
So
beautiful.
wasn't Rock said charges thinking of pulling a Wilkins on Najee Harris for getting injured playing with matches. Yeah, he fucked his eye up with a firework. Idiot. Players' agents always float some BS to try and cover for their players, always far from the truth. It always is, man. But wow, that hour and a half went by pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, I'm having a good time, man.
Yeah,
How about you?
yeah. I'm starting to feel it though.
Okay. Well, yeah, it's 3 hours later than it
Yeah,
is here.
it's 3:30 in the morning right now here too. So Najee contract is like 8% of what Wilkins cut. Yeah, they signed him for fucking circus peanuts. Ugh, God, those things are so gross. I hated those things. Remember those marshmallow circus peanuts? Those disgusting fucking
Oh
things.
God, I hated those fucking things, man.
Oh my God, those are the worst, man. Oh, that black licorice. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, my sister loved licorice, and I'm
Ugh.
like, going, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's like people that drink Jägermeister all the time. It's like, dude, it tastes like black licorice. How can you do shots of that? Like Sambuca tastes that way too. But I used to drink Sambuca. I'd put it in my fucking coffee,
There
you
you
know?
go.
Like during the Thanksgiving games for the high school when I used to go to the after I graduated, when I used to go to the game all every year, we tend to have snow on the ground here around Thanksgiving. So I'd go and pick up a hot coffee and I'd get a couple of little bottles of fucking Sambuca and drop some of that in the coffee. Man, that warm your stomach up like that. Nice and toasty. But fucking Jaeger. I never like black licorice. It's disgusting.
Yeah,
Ugh.
I've never had Jägermeister.
Count your blessings. Don't. So if you don't like black licorice, you won't like it. It's
Yeah,
fucking brutal.
I stick to my Irish whiskey when I do drink hard alcohol, which I don't do very much anymore. But
I will say, out of everything I drank through the years, the one thing I do miss is every year on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, especially Christmas Eve. Um, used to buy a bottle of Bailey's, and the wife and I would drink that at
oh,
night,
there you go.
in a glass with some ice. Drop a little bit of fucking creamer in it just to kind of,
Yeah,
add to it. But yeah, I could sip on that, with no problem. I never
yeah.
would
My
drink it down like a shot, but I would sip through it. You know.
yeah, my idea of his Irish whiskey is black coffee and a shot of Jameson's Irish whiskey. I do that when I go camping and stuff. Not I don't have any hard liquor in the house.
Did you say Jameson?
What about Jameson?
Did you say Jameson?
James,
The
what?
booze, the liquor, Jameson.
Oh yeah, Jameson. Yeah.
Have you ever had a pickleback?
No.
Oh, those are good.
What? One of
Those are
my
good.
buddies, a fellow guitarist, uh, and when I went to see him, he said, "I said, what do you want to drink?" He goes, "Give me a pickleback." I didn't know what the fuck it was,
Yeah,
but I got
it's a
two shot glasses and gave it to him and said, "There's your pickleback." I don't know what it is.
it's it was pickle juice like from a jar of pickles, pickle juice in one shot glass, and Jameson in the
Oh,
other. So you do the
oh,
shot of
okay.
Jameson and then you follow it with the pickle juice. Dude, it's good. It's such a weird flavor at first, but man, it's good.
Yeah, I just
Later,
love the
Gio.
taste of Jameson's, man.
What's up, Afakasi? Yeah, yeah,
Apicassi. What's up, man?
we did our show earlier tonight, and then I went online and played a couple of games, and then I was just sitting here. I'm like, I'm fucking bored. I'm wide awake. No one's home upstairs, so I can be on late and be loud. Don't have to worry about it. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go on. So I've been on for an hour and 40 minutes now.
I gotta step out just for a minute. I gotta
No.
take a piss.
Okay. Yeah, what's it like 3 o'clock for you, AR over there, right? Yeah, I just sent you the link in Insta if you want to chat. If you want to hop on, feel free, brother. I'm gonna take a nap. Yeah. Mike has to piss every 5 minutes because he's been drinking. He's got that tiny bladder. Got that wee little Irish bladder. If Najee Harris had a superficial eye injury, he would have been 2 to 3 days. He might have fucked up his eye. Yeah, he probably did. Because they still got him on. What do they got him on? IR or something right now? Or pup? Hey, he walked by like it was Joe Biden. Did you see that? Just like slow, like he's just wandering around his yard. Let's see. I've been working a lot of night work, especially now getting some extra. Yeah, definitely. I hear you. Sleepy Joe. He's been out for too long for a month. Hey, he's been out since obviously around July 4th, so he's been out for a month now. He's trying to find a treat of water. Telling you, he looked like Joe Biden walking by in back of the American flags there and everything. So like he missed the podium. He just went the wrong way. Probably in his neighbor's yard right now, wandering around. Yeah, you're gonna need all the money you can get. To come out there. Oh, there he is. He's back.
All right, I heard all that.
I know you did. That's why I was saying it.
You gave me the earbuds. I heard all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
my little wee ass bladder. Yes, I'm old.
Dude, then you walked by going in the other direction, and it literally
Well,
looked like Joe Biden doing a walk by. I'm like, hey, there goes Joe Biden.
yeah, with my flag behind me. Yeah,
Oh God.
it was funny.
So I mean, here it is, fucking 3:30 in the morning. There's still got 10 people in the chat right now. That's impressive. But it's not that late over there. It's 12 o'clock for you guys, so about
Yeah,
12:30. I guess that's still late. Oh.
not for
Well, anyways,
me.
I don't have to go anywhere tomorrow, so I can sleep as late as I want to tomorrow. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I have to get up early tomorrow because I got something I got to do.
Not me. Yeah, it's
That's
12:30,
nice.
bro, on a Saturday, dude. If you were in New York City, man, your night hadn't even started yet
Oh, I
at 12
know. I mean,
midnight.
I'm not complaining, man. I love, like I said at the beginning, when your show popped up, I'm like, fuck yeah, I got something to do now.
Told you I was bored. Didn't feel like
Yeah,
going and
me,
playing any
me
games.
too, me too.
There's nothing on TV to watch. I already watched Deadliest Catch from last night. I'm just glad that's back on. I don't know why, but man, it's weird this year. They normally the season would start in April and go to like fucking November. They started it now at the first, basically August 2nd. No, August 1st. They started it on Friday was the first episode for this current season. I was like, man, they started way late. I don't get it. Because their fishing season for the Deadliest Catch starts, I think, like October. Because I know usually they're still fishing during Thanksgiving and Christmas. And then just after January, February is when they finish. So it's weird that it took that they started this late. I don't get it.
Hmm.
Well,
My my wife is happy. It was Clint Eastwood Day today on TV. So she's
oh,
been
was it?
watching Escape from Alcatraz, Dirty Harry, you know, all those movies. She was happy.
Did speaking of old men, did you watch the Hall of Fame induction ceremony today?
I did see, yeah, I did see the Eric Allen one. Yes,
Did you see them talk about Marv Levy? Did you see that part?
Marv Levy.
Yeah, the former head coach for the Bills during their first
Right.
Super Bowl runs.
No, I
He
just
was
saw the.
he was there today. He was there up on stage because he's in the Hall of Fame. So
Right.
he was there, and dude, he's 100 years old today, August 3rd. 100.
Whoa.
I'll tell you what, for 100 years old, he looks fucking good, man. So they had Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, and I forgot who the other player was, come out and celebrate his birthday. They got the whole stadium there singing happy birthday to him. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
It
Yeah,
was
I
pretty
didn't see
cool.
the whole thing. I just saw the Eric Allen
Yeah, I
one.
watched I watched the whole thing, and then I forgot to pause it and I let it keep going, and I didn't record it. So I missed Antonio Gates's presentation. So I missed that, unfortunately. Eric Allen was good. Um,
Yeah.
his oldest son inducted him. Um,
Right.
he shouted out Raiders at one point.
Yes.
Where they the
Oh yeah.
Raiders. But
Yeah.
he did
He
such a
did.
good one that's like the one a lot of people use on the intros and outros is Christian Wilkins doing it. If you need a
Right.
new one, that's the one to get. So I'm trying to grab
Yeah.
it, trying to find it
Yeah.
so I can use it for
He
mine.
he did that for Marcus or Seawood, didn't he? As Seawood would say,
Yeah,
Raiders.
yeah, he did it. It was good too. So it's like, all right, I got to find that now, or I got to clip it somewhere so I can use it. His speech was good. He talked a lot about the Raiders.
Yes.
Um, well, because Mark Davis was there in attendance.
Right.
JT with Brick was there. Um,
Yep.
because I mean he's still part of Raider Nation in an active role, doing the broadcast stuff and everything, with
Mm-hmm.
JT. So he's still active within the organization. So that's why he talks so much about the
Right.
Raiders. And Friday night when they put their jackets on for the first time, it was Marcus Allen that handed him the jacket and put it on him at that
Nice.
ceremony Friday night. So that was pretty cool too. But the other thing they
Yeah.
did, the other thing they did was um, they did the 25th anniversary today of the 2000 Hall of Fame class, which Marv Levy was in. He was inducted then, along with Howie Long when Howie Long went in. So they went in
Mm-hmm.
the same time back in 2000. So it's been 25 years since Howie Long went in. You know, it's been 20
Damn.
years. It's been 25 years since Eric Allen retired, and then it's been 20 years since he's been eligible. So it took him this long to get in. He should have been in a long time ago too.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, one of the things I noticed about the Eric Allen interview was they had that picture. You know, they always put a picture up,
Yeah,
and he had a picture of him as an Eagle and a picture of him as the Raiders.
and the Saints
Uh,
too, because he was with the Saints for a couple of
yeah.
seasons. Because he went from the Eagles to the Saints and then finished out his career with us.
Oh, I didn't see. I didn't notice the Saints one.
Yeah, I didn't really know that either. I forgot that he played for the Saints. I forgot all about
Well,
that.
I knew. Yeah, but the picture he had behind him was him as a Raider and a was Saints too. I know it was Raiders in
Yeah,
Philadelphia because
yeah, it
everybody's
was.
wondering where he's going in as a Philadelphia Eagle or a Raider, but duh,
I mean, I
obviously
expected
he's
him to go
going
in as an Eagle because
Eagle. Yeah,
that's where he spent most of his career. You know, he
right.
joined us for 4 years, but it was at the tail end of his career. But he
Hmm.
still played corner all 4 of those years. He didn't move to safety or free safety.
Right,
He stayed at corner and was still extremely productive for us. Even at like age 38, I think it was when he retired. He's 38
something
years
like
old.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Kev, I agree. To get Eric Allen, Rod Woodson, Jerry Rice to play in Oakland is a big deal. They wanted to play that, just like Micah Parsons wants to play here.
Yes. Yes, he does.
It was a good Hall of Fame ceremony. Jared Allen, I always liked him once he left the Chiefs. Um, I hated him when he was on the Chiefs,
Shit.
but he
Shit.
because he's a character. That's what I liked about him. He was, he was a great player, but then to um, just his antics and everything, he was just such a smart ass, and I liked him. You know, um, the Sterling Shop one was really good. That was a good induction. Like his speech was good, and the fact that he actually, and I can't stand Shannon Sharp, but he had Shannon Sharp stand next to him up at the podium as he gave his speech. So that was a good one. I missed Antonio Gates. I gotta watch it at some point. I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it, but and then they gave Chris Berman a special award too. They gave him a silver football with all the signatures of every Hall of Famer that was there that day, today, or yesterday. And they presented him with that because this is his 25th year of being the MC for the Hall of Fame. So it's pretty cool.
I
25 years.
love I love Chris Berman, man.
Oh yeah.
That's
Well,
awesome that he did something
he
like
gave
that
the
for
he
people.
gave that famous "the Raiders." He did it when he was talking about
Yeah,
Eric because he
got
said, he
read.
played for the Eagles, he played for the Saints, and he goes, and he played for wait for it, and he went, "The Raiders." I'm like, that's awesome. But yeah, it was cool. It's funny to go back years ago, like when Howie Long got inducted. That's when they used to still do it on the front steps of the original Hall of Fame building.
Mm,
Now so many people show up and everything. They got to move it.
yeah,
They've been doing it in the stadium for years now, just because of the amount of people
yeah.
that show up. Next year's going to be interesting though, because next year eligible is going to be Drew Brees, um, Larry Fitzgerald, Philip Rivers. Um, Eli's been eligible for the last 2 years, but hasn't gotten in. Plunkett's still out there, obviously.
Shoot,
Phil Villapiano is still eligible,
he
or still
should be in there.
available. He should be in. Um, Plunkett should be in. I get it.
Yeah,
Um,
he won two Super Bowls, man. For Christ's
yeah,
sake.
but you got to remember, the Hall of Fame is
Yeah,
based
yeah,
on
yeah. Exactly.
it's
I know
based
what
on
you're saying.
personal accolades. What you've done as a player in the sport. It's not necessarily how many Super Bowl wins you have, and granted, Plunkett was an MVP of the Super Bowl. Someone said,
Right.
"Oh, he was a Heisman Trophy winner," but that's a college. You can't take that into consideration. This is the Pro Football Hall of Fame, so it's what his accomplishments were as a pro football player. He doesn't have the stats, like he doesn't have the
Right.
the yardage, the touchdowns, and all that. Pro Bowls and everything. He doesn't have all that. So I mean, I kind of get it. But what pisses me off is that how fast Kurt Warner got thrown in there.
Shit.
You know, versus Plunkett. But it is what it is. Villapiano should have been in a long time ago. Eric Allen should have
Philip
been
should
in
be
a long
in.
time
I
ago.
think Lester Hayes should be in there too.
Lester Hayes should be in there also. Yep. Yep. There's so many guys that should have been in already, and that's why it was weird this year. Only four players
Yeah,
were.
that was weird. Usually it's like seven or so.
I've seen as many as 7 or 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
Even 5. Five would have been like, okay, I get it, 5, all right. But 4, it was
Yeah.
just a weird. It's like baseball. Baseball's so stupid with their vote. Like you'll have a Hall of Fame induction ceremony for baseball, and like one guy gets in. And then next year it's like 2, and then it's 1. It's just, I guess, the way that the votes are tallied. It's just dumb.
Yeah, well, it's like the NFL. They want to catch up on some of these players that have been retired for several
Well, that's why
years.
they got the senior committee, the senior guys. The senior
Right.
committee voting.
Why don't they, instead of four, we could have easily added a few more, you
There
know.
should be like four players from start from a certain year to current time.
Yes.
And then your senior committee is, pick a year. So let's go from 1980 to now is considered your modern day era. Anything from
Yeah.
80 down, you know, is the senior committee. So that would cover all those teams from the 70s that should
Yeah.
be in. Like Villapiano should be in. Tatum will never get in. I can tell you that right now.
I know,
Jack
just
Tatum,
because that
Jack
one,
Tatum will
yeah.
never get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and it sucks. It's a
I
shame it
bet
took
less.
Cliff Branch as long as it did too, and he was gone by the time he
Oh,
got
fuck.
inducted. Same
What's
thing with
new?
Stabler. Stabler got in, and he was gone already. He had already passed away. You know,
Yeah.
but
I think it would have been a good year for them throwing some, the at least three other players to make up the deficit of the players that should have been for years now.
yeah, Greg Townsend should be in. How is he not
Oh,
in?
fuck yeah. Thank
How,
you.
how is Greg Townsend not in the Hall of Fame?
Don't know. He's not even being mentioned.
No, I mean, I think he's made it to certain levels when it comes to voting. Like he'd be in the top 50, and then when they move it down to like say like the top 20, and he might have fallen off by that. The fact that he's not even making like say to the top 15 when it's coming time for consideration for someone to get in, I don't get it.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That
It's really fucking
that's a
weird.
good point. That's my next jersey I'm buying is Greg Townsend too. When I got
See,
the
I still
money.
want to. I want a Gene Upshaw, Art Shell. I definitely want an auto one. Um, Howie Long for sure. I really don't want current players. I really don't.
I can't buy current players or they'll get
I
tired.
stopped after Gallery. Gallery was the one jersey I
Oh,
bought for a rookie because I
yeah,
honestly thought he was going to be the guy. I really did.
yeah,
How he was at Iowa and what his potential was, and the fact that we took him as high as we did. It's like for him to turn into nothing because it wasn't like he was
yeah,
a small dude either. His size, he's a big motherfucker, you know. But man, he just
yeah.
couldn't. He just couldn't get it. I call him Mister Pissy Pants. Well, you know the story about him, right?
No, I
You never heard
don't know.
this? When he used
No.
to be, when he would be at the line of scrimmage, or as he was walking to the line of scrimmage, he would piss his pants, and he'd stink. He'd smell like urine all game long. It was like it was like a deterrent to so the defensive players didn't want to touch him. So his
Touch him,
pants would
yeah.
be all fucking piss soaked and stinking up the joint. Yeah, yep. He done that many. He did that all the time, supposedly. That's as bad as that guy Draws. They used to play for was it Denver? He became a wrestler and then he got paralyzed. He's dead now. He got paralyzed in a wrestling move, and with D'Lo Brown, he used to puke on command at the line of scrimmage. He'd have his hand down in the stance and he'd throw up right at, like, aim it at the hand of the offensive lineman in front of him. He used to be
I
able to
ain't
just
touching.
puke on command. It's
I
fucking
ain't
great.
touching that fucker.
No, it's just, hey, you fucking, you snap that ball and all of a sudden you got to go up against this guy. He's got fucking puke hanging out of his mouth. It's on his hands. You're stepping in it. It stinks. It's hot and it's middle of the summer. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you know it's all over space mask and everything
Oh,
else.
yeah. 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 Hey, all I know is when I used to play and I'd go to spit and I didn't lift my helmet up, I could never get it to fucking go between the bars on my face mask.
I could never do that either.
It would hit the fucking face mask and it'd just fucking be stringy and gross. It's like,
Stringing down, yeah. That
ah.
was me.
Well, it's, let's see if I can get it down without knocking everything over. Come on. Here's the other problem. Look at my face mask on my helmet when I used to wear it. You tell me how I'm getting spit through that. I would always hit these lower ones right here. It would always hit these fuckers constantly. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah, when I played, it was just two bars going across the middle and one going up.
What's up, Will? Are you back home now, Will? Are you still down in Belize or whatever the fuck you were? That's Will. That's one of the guys on Tuesday night's show, the Notorious Podcast.
What's up, Will? How you doing, man?
Yeah, he's back home. Yeah, I'm just popped up about 2 hours ago for the hell of it. I was bored. Mike's been in pretty much since I started, and he's just shooting the shit, talking about today's um, mock 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 game and Tom Brady and then Micah Parsons and everything else.
Mm.
Oh, that's right. You guys had your blackout thing tonight. That's right. Yeah, so you would be home. That's right. Your little summer barbecue, summer party. Had mine a couple of weeks ago.
The barbecue.
Yeah, barbecue. Mike, have you seen? Did you see last week's show Saturday night with Jason on with Chris and I now?
I don't think so. I think I was on another channel at the time.
Well, I know you were tonight. I know you were on with someone else.
Well, I'm pretty much live everywhere, somewhere, every night
I
of the
only got
week.
1 day a week, 1 day out of the week that I'm not live, and that's Sunday. Oh yeah, man, I can't wait.
I'll probably be live
Later, Will.
twice tomorrow, and I'm loving it, man. I love talking Raiders. I love talking to the chat, and it's awesome. It's my therapy.
All right, let's talk about Happy Gilmore #2. I saw it. I saw it last week when it came out.
Really?
Yeah, have
Happy
you seen it
Gilmore
yet?
too? No,
Yeah,
I didn't even know there was a Happy Gilmore.
yeah, it's
I don't
on
watch
Netflix.
hardly any
It went
I don't
straight to
have net.
Netflix. That's what it was. It was filmed strictly for Netflix. Um,
I,
I
I
thought it
know I
was
love.
funny. You
I
know,
like the first one.
yeah. I mean, it's tough to beat the original on just about anything sometimes, unless it's like The Godfather, where I think Godfather 2 is
Oh, fuck the
way better than the
Godfather.
first one.
Really?
Oh yeah. I mean, Godfather was good. Godfather 2, man, was fucking killer. That was
God,
that was a good one.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember Godfather 1 and 2 were really good, and
Yeah.
then Godfather 3 was kind of
Three was
a
just,
step
it was
a
too
step
far
off.
between. Yeah, it was too
Yeah,
far between two and three. Um,
yeah,
and it was just a reach. It was too much of a reach. You
yeah.
know, I
I,
mean, even
I
you had Francis Ford Coppola, his daughter playing um, Michael's daughter, and just wasn't good.
yeah,
I mean, it was still a Godfather movie. I'll still watch it even more than once. You know, no,
yeah,
Happy Gilmore 2 was decent. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. It really had its moments. I like the fact that everybody that was in the original cast that's still alive was back in this. And he, even the ones that had passed away, he paid homage to them by having someone else playing like a family member of that person. You know,
hmm
like Chubbs. They had one of the, I forget the guy's name, but he's a comedian because I've seen him on show on stand ups before, playing like Chubb's son. Um, Grandma was obviously, she passed away a long time ago, but she passed. Um, so they treated her as her, she was passed on. His, the chick that he hooks up with in the first movie, she was in this. Remember the guy that played Jaws on Moonraker, the 007 James Bond movie with Michael Moore, Michael Moore, Roger Moore. Remember Roger Moore played James Bond in quite a few movies in the 70s and early 80s. But remember the movie Moonraker? That guy that they called Jaws was the Richard Klein, the big, real big dude with the steel teeth. He was, you know, he's the one that played in the original Happy Gilmore, the Happy's boss with the nail in his head. You remember that? Oh, your mic's muted, Mike. I'm over here thinking you don't know what I'm talking about, but you're probably talking and I didn't hear a word
I've
you
been talking the whole time, man. But yeah,
said.
after Roger Moore, I was done with it. I can't remember the guy's name that played
Yeah, it's Robert
007.
Richard. It was Richard Klein or Richard Keel, but it was
He
him,
sucked.
the real big dude. Um,
Yeah, he's like a lurch looking motherfucker.
yeah, I mean he died a long time ago, but they had somebody like representing him as his son, and it was fucking good. It was funny. I thought it was funny. You know, and his normal friends all make the cameos like they always do. You know,
Yeah.
it was decent.
I
Would I
do
watch
love
it again? Probably not. But dude, even Eminem's in it, and it's fucking hilarious. The part with him in it.
in
Kelsey
Happy
Plum.
Gilmore
That's
too.
that's the girl, right? I think that was the chick.
Eminem's in Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh wow, I gotta watch that.
yeah. I
I
told
don't
you,
watch
there's a
much
ton of
TV
cameos in
anymore.
this. There's
Okay.
a ton of them. As the movie goes on, you catch on right away who they are. Like I knew it was Eminem right away, but it was so fucking funny. That was a good part.
I don't have Netflix. I got a Superbox. Even my Superbox doesn't pick up Netflix. It's the
Well,
only
no, because
thing I can't get.
that's a streaming service. You're probably not gonna.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's it now. My coffee's
Okay.
empty.
Uh-oh. Dude runs on Duncan, and if his Duncan's gone, he's gone.
Happy has to go to his happy place to be good. Pete Carroll will show the movie as part of the positive mindset program.
Yeah.
Well, we're at 2 hours and 9 minutes. I think I'm gonna call it for the night. It's basically it's 4 minutes to 4 a.m. here. So I don't feel like sleeping all day tomorrow. So I am going to say good night.
Well, good night to you, Jeff,
Same to you,
and the
man.
chat.
Everybody that's in the chat, thanks for being here for the last 2 hours. Myself and Mike, appreciate you for tuning in, chopping it up for a couple hours. Hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday. And as I always say, stay safe and go Raiders.
Go Raiders.